And I don't know, I feel like we do see that a lot in Hispanic households. And I don't know, I feel like I'm conflicted. Honestly, being completely honest, I'm conflicted about this subject. Because I'm telling you all this, Cruz, and I feel like there has been certain situations in my family dynamic where I haven't spoken up.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in my situation, it is a little bit trickier, just because, well, let me say this. I spoke up to a certain extent, as much as I could go to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is because a lot of this stuff is out of my control. A lot of this stuff, well, certain things I can't talk about yet. And I don't know when I can talk about it, actually. I know I'm like speaking very generic.
No.
But
because it's at the same time we're speaking, but we don't want to give out any names or anything like that too. So
yeah, and I feel like that's why it's
tricky.
It is. It's tricky, and even when it comes to tricky situations, I feel like it's important to talk about. Because I feel like the American culture, at least from what I've experienced, is very individualistic. If that's a word. And what I mean by that is, like, I feel like American culture focuses a lot on me as a person independently and not as a unit. Because if you think about it, when it comes to small towns in like Mexico, there's like everybody knows everybody kind of situation. Like the lady that sold you the chicken, the lady that sold you the pepinos, the cucumbers, the veggies, whatever, and everybody, like, you're like, oh, tú eres la hija de no sé quién, like, you're the daughter of so-and-so, like, and I feel like it is more, like, the Hispanic culture, it is more family-oriented than I feel like the American culture, because even think about it, when it comes to our elders, Hispanics don't be putting their elders in senior homes.
Mm-hmm.
But Americans do. Usually Hispanics will, like, they maybe take turns
taking care of them.
Yeah, who takes care of that older relative. But like I don't think there's a lot of senior homes in Mexico or like other Latino countries. And I feel like that just shows how family oriented we are and just taking care of our elderly, And I feel like that's why I have, like, it's hard for me, not necessarily hard, but I feel like I kind of have mixed feelings about this topic because I understand why people do certain ways. Do I agree with it? No, but I understand why.
I understand your point because we are, as a community, we are very united. I feel like when we have like parties, any type of convivios, it's like your family's there. So I feel like that's how we perceive it. And also, I'm very close to my cousins. And I don't see that a lot with like when I would make any...
The American people.
Yeah, they're not very like that.
Like, you don't even know, like, no. I didn't even know you had a cousin.
And I'm like, I'm very close to my cousins. Like, sometimes I even consider them my siblings just because how we were brought up and how close we are. So I feel like that also has to play on sometimes when we want to try to protect them, even though they are in the wrong. And it is wrong.
Do you find it easy to speak up whenever they are in the wrong, whether it be cousins or other family members?
I feel like for me, I find it really hard. Because it's like, you don't want to... I don't even know why. I just feel like it's just something in me that makes it hard for us to, like, well, for me to speak up, even though they are doing something really messed up, which I do, but I try to do it where in a different tone, It's because with my cousins, which I feel like that's also something not good. A mí luego me tachan de mala.
Really?
Yep. Yo soy bien mala. And I don't think I'm being mean. I just think that the way I come off sometimes is very straightforward. And I don't really try to cover it up with, like, baby words sometimes. And I feel like por eso me tachan de mala. And then hearing it so much, I'm like, maybe I am being mala. Maybe I am doing wrong. But at the same time, I could see it as me standing up for, hey, you really fucked up there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I also step back, because ya me tachan de mala, so just keep my mouth shut. Which I still don't.
Good. I was going to say good. Like, you shouldn't. Because I feel like that's the thing that I've learned in my short 28, 29 years of life here is like whenever you do set a boundary with people, especially when they've been pushing those boundaries for so long, and you set that boundary, you make them uncomfortable. And it's kind of like surprises them. And if they're not benefiting from that boundary, they automatically assume that you're being mean or you're being whatever, you know? And that's not the case. And I feel like it's important to make sure that we do speak up. I'm curious though, how do you, because I know you said that it is hard. What makes it hard? Do you feel like it's like pressure from, because I know you said that, you know, like they say certain words like that. But besides that, do you feel like you get pressure from other people or other sources to not say something or not do something? Or is it just you within yourself?
I think it's just me within myself, but at the same time, I always tell myself, I prefer me to tell them, hey, this is wrong, or tell them something, than having other people tell them and them actually being rude about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in a way, I am still protecting them. I'm still thinking, like, so I'm still protecting them. But yeah.